Hello dear students, welcome to another video of Geography Today. Today we will discuss about the landforms of Earth. What are the landforms? First we will see what is the landform. It is the natural physical feature of Earth that makes the Earth's surface, and it is different in size, shape and origin. And the landforms of Earth are responsible for different weather, for biodiversity on the Earth, for different human activities on Earth. So there are various types of landforms on the Earth, and they are formed by various geological activities, that is erosion, weathering and volcanic activities, tectonic plate movement and sedimentation. Now we will discuss one by one all the landforms of the Earth. First we will see what is mountains. These are the highest steep areas of land, and usually with the sharp or rounded peaks. They are formed by the tectonic forces. When the tectonic plates collide, mountains are formed, and that is the collision of the Earth's plates. And some examples of the mountains are the Himalayan range, which is the largest mountain on the Earth, and Rockies from the North America, and the Andes mountains, that is from the South America. So these are the mountains. Then we will see what are the valleys. They are the low areas between the mountains or hills, often with running rivers through them. So rivers run in between the low areas of the mountains or hills, and these are called the valleys. Valleys are plain but surrounded by the mountains or hills. And the example of valley is the Great Rift Valley of East Africa and Middle East. Then comes the plateaus. What are the plateaus? These are the flat, elevated areas of land that rise sharply above the surrounding area. It is sharp and raised from the surrounding area, often formed by the volcanic activities or uplift of the Earth's crust. When some volcanic activities or uplift of the Earth's crust takes place, then the particular area is raised, but the surrounding areas are down from that plateau areas. So the plateaus are formed. And some examples of the plateaus are the Colorado Plateau, the Deccan Plateau. The Colorado Plateau is from the North America, and Deccan Plateau is from India. Then comes the plains. What are the plains? These are the large and flat areas, gently rolling areas. Often they are fertile and ideal for agriculture, and these are formed by the sedimentation over the long periods of time by the rivers or by the floods. There are deposit of sediments by which they are very fertile and very ideal for the agriculture. So some examples of the plains are the Great Plains of USA, Indo-Gangetic Plains, that are the plains near the Ganga River, and these are the very fertile lands. Then comes the deserts. What are the deserts? They are, unlike the plains, they are very infertile in nature, and they are in the arid regions. The deserts are there, and which have very little precipitation or rain or very low vegetation. They are formed by high temperature and low rainfall. The lands are saline and porous and dry, and the climate is also very dry, which makes it low in vegetation. And the deserts are present mainly in the arid regions. And some examples of the deserts are the Sahara Desert of Africa, Gobi Desert of Asia, Atacama Desert of Chile, and Thar Desert of Asia. These are the deserts. Then comes the hills. What are the hills? They look like the mountains, but they are often smaller than the mountains, and they are also raised areas of lands like the mountains with gentle slopes, often formed by the accumulation of rocks and soils or also by the volcanic activities. And some examples of the hills are the Black Hills of USA, the Chocolate Hills of Philippines. Then comes the islands. What are the islands? They are the land masses completely surrounded by water bodies and formed by volcanic activities and coral buildup or raging of lands inside a water body, that are the oceans or seas. The islands are made. And some examples of the islands are the Hawaii Island, that of USA, Madagascar of Africa. Also in India we have islands like Andaman and Nicobar, the Lakshadweep Island. All are the examples of the islands. Then comes the peninsulas. What are the peninsulas? They are the landforms surrounded by water on three sides but connected to a larger landmass from one side. Water is surrounded by the by the other three sides. Then comes and the examples of the peninsulas are the Florida Peninsula, the Arabian Peninsula. All are the examples of peninsula. Then comes the canyons. What are the canyons? They are the deep village with, like the village, these are also village, but these are the deep village with very steep sides and often carved by the rivers over the millions of years. Over millions of years there are rivers, flowing rivers, which creates the canyons. And the example are the famous Grand Canyon of USA, which is created by the Colorado River, and the Colca Canyon of Peru, which is created by the Colca River. And then comes the deltas. What are the deltas? They are formed at the mouth of the river. What is the mouth of the river? Where the river is enters into the another water body, that is the sea or the ocean. Where the river enters into another water body, it is called the mouth of the river, and at that time it deposits sediments, and which makes the deltas. And these deltas are also very fertile in nature. Examples of the delta is Nile Delta of Egypt, Sundarban Delta of India, which is the largest of the world, and Sundarban Delta is made by the Ganga River and the Brahmaputra River, and the Mississippi River Delta of USA. Then comes the volcanoes. What are the volcanoes? These are the openings of the earth's surface that allows the molten rock or ash or gases to escape from the interiors of the earth, and they are formed by the tectonic activities. And the famous volcanoes are the Mount Fuji volcano of Japan, and Mauna Loa volcano of Hawaii, and Mount Vesuvius volcano of Italy. Then comes the glaciers. What are the glaciers? They are the massive slow moving sheets of the ice which are found in the polar region, and these are found mainly in the polar region, where there is no heat, there is very less sunlight. And some examples of the glaciers are the Lambert Glacier of East Antarctica and Greenland ice sheet, the Franz Josef Glacier of New Zealand. These are the examples of glaciers, and this is all about the landforms, various landforms of the earth, and which are mainly responsible for the climate change, for the biodiversity, and for the human activity on the earth. And this is all for today. We will discuss about other geographical features of earth in my next video. So thank you.